Morning, sir. I guess it's afternoon, actually. It's afternoon. Your brother calls you to the Dollar General because, as your brother tells you, he needs you to keep his temper cool.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Your brother cannot self-regulate his own temper. He needs you to do it for him.
He doesn't necessarily need me to do it for him. It just helps when I'm there.
That's why he called you that day at least, right?
Yes, sir.
That day, I'm not talking about every other day, but that day, he needed you to keep his temper cool because he couldn't do it himself.
He needed me to help him keep him cool, yes.
And it was clear that what your brother wanted to do was your brother wanted to go fight Raul.
No, he did not want to go fight him. He wanted to go and talk to the man.
Your brother did not tell you standing in the parking lot of the Dollar General that what he wanted to do was to go fight Raul, and then you had to talk him out of it and tell him he couldn't do that?
Not that I remember, no, sir.
Do you remember being interviewed by the police on
Yes, sir.
August 12th,
Yes,
2014? You were standing, I think, outside next to your truck being interviewed by 2 detectives. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir. I was standing by my stairs.
Okay. And when they asked you about what the conversation was between you and your brother at the Family Dollar, didn't you tell them that my brother said he wanted to fight? And I'm like, you know, if you really want to fight, that you really can't do that. Isn't that what you told the police?
Yes, sir. I remember that.
So within 24 hours of the incident happening, being interviewed by 2 police officers, your brother's already been arrested. What you told him is your brother wanted to go fight.
Originally,
right?
yes, sir.
Now, when you guys go to the house, Raul is inside his home, and it's your brother that calls Raul out. Isn't that true?
He calls him by the name, yes, sir.
Right. He calls out to him, and that's what prompts Raul to come out. It's not like Raul is sitting outside waiting for this fight, right?
Right.
It's your brother that calls out to Raul and initiates the contact.
He calls him, yeah, he called him by his name.
Okay. Now I want to jump ahead, okay? The fight has started, okay? Raul, according to your story, has thrown the first punch, and your brother has returned punches, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it true that you described your brother as on top of Raul, specifically that you describe him as crouched over him?
I wouldn't necessarily say crouch.
Well, did you ever say that he was crouched over him? Do you think ever you said that?
He was standing over him.
Okay. Do you remember in that same interview, August 12th, less than 24 hours after the incident, talking to the 2 detectives outside standing next to your truck, you were asked whether or not your brother was on top of Raul, and you said he was just crouched over him?
I don't remember that term, no.
But
All right, you're
looking
not
at
going
the
to miss a
transcript-
minute of that cross. We'll get you right back into the courtroom where we're leaving off. You are watching Court TV Live, your front row seat to justice. We are so grateful for your company this Wednesday here on Court TV Live. Welcome back. I'm Julie Grant. Let's go back into the courtroom together now in Tampa, Florida for the jealous lover murder trial. On the stand, the defense's 3rd witness. He is being cross-examined by the state. He's also the defendant's brother.
Would looking at the transcript from your interview help to refresh your memory?
Did you say yes?
Yes, sir.
Did you say yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Take a look at it, read it, and then I'll ask you a question, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I don't want to misquote you. Isn't it true you told the police, quote, he was just crouched over him like this? And I assume you must have been demonstrating it in the moment during the interview.
Yes, sir.
Those were your words, crouched
Yes, sir.
over him. Isn't it true that you also told the police that your brother hit Raul twice while he was on the ground? Isn't it true that your brother hit Raul twice while he was on the ground?
Yeah, he had hit Raul while Raul was falling.
No, that's not what I asked. What I asked is, did your brother hit him while he was on the ground?
I don't remember him hitting him while he was on the ground.
I lost my page, 1 second. You're saying that your brother never hit him while Raul was on the ground?
I didn't say that he never hit him. I just said I don't remember.
Okay, well, with reading the transcript from your deposition that was conducted February 20th of 2015, and for purposes of defense counsel, I'm looking at page 18, and it starts at line 20. Would that help to refresh your recollection?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Do you remember that day that you came for the deposition?
Yes, sir.
You remember I was present?
Yes, sir.
You remember one of the lawyers representing your brother was present?
Yes, sir.
You remember that you raised your hand, you promised to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to object to improper impeachment.
When you were asked, was there a point in time when Erin was hitting Raul while he was on the ground, did you respond, yes, sir, he hit him twice while he was on the ground?
Yes, sir.
And did I then follow that up with another question that said 2 times while he's standing upright and then 2 times while he's on the ground? And did you answer, yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
So to be clear, taking these statements in total, what happened that day is at some point your brother is crouched over Mr. Ortiz, hitting him while he's on the ground, correct?
Yes, sir.
There is no suggestion, I don't think, you haven't mentioned it, that anybody moved Mr. Ortiz after you pulled your brother off of Mr. Ortiz, right?
No, sir.
Where he was laying on the ground, that's where he was when you left, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so is your brother punching Mr. Ortiz 2 times on the ground? Is he punching him in the face?
Yes, sir.
Wherever Mr. Ortiz's head is at, that's where your brother is crouched over and punching, right?
Yes, sir.